Hey everyone, welcome back to FTB Infinity Evolved, and back on the SS Bentley with your captain speaking. And, well, your captain's actually not feeling too amazing today. Actually, I got a little bit of a headache, my sinuses are giving me a problem, and today, I am not quite sure what I exactly have to do. All I know is that I'm working towards getting myself some more UU matter, and actually to do that, we're actually going to want to set up something to where we can get more power. We also want to get ourselves a lot more depleted uranium rods, and this is kind of going a little bit slow. So, one way to fix that is to make a bigger reactor to get more power and use more fuel rods. So we're going to do a little bit of upgrading today and see exactly what we need. We're going to be needing quite a few more of these overclocked heat vents for one. We'll also need some more component heat vents, and I think we might actually have all the component heat exchangers we need for this. But let's go ahead and run through real quick what all we're going to need. And in fact, I am going to steal this away because I know I am going to be using this a lot. Be transferring all this stuff around. So inside of our containment box, this is pretty easy to make. This is just some lead plating, I believe, around a chest. Pretty simple. We got plenty of uranium. We need to get ourselves some enriched uranium. So I believe I got a fluid canning machine right here, ready to go for us. And if I'm not mistaken, we need to set this to, I think it was actually already fluid enriched. There we go. I think that is exactly what I'm looking for now. I cannot remember, but let's go ahead and take a look at fuel rods real quick and see what we have to do. We got the quad fuel rod. This is basically four of these small little fellas right here that we've already made, combined into one slot. So we pretty much just got to make ourselves some enriched uranium nuclear fuel, so pretty easy stuff. We got a few of those sitting right here, ready to go. We'll do a little bit of crafting on that. Plus, we're going to be needing some iron plates and copper plates. So, before we actually get into upgrading our fuel rods that is, let's actually go ahead and start working on ourselves expanding our nuclear reactor. So to do that, we're going to be making some more reactor chambers. They're right here. This is what we actually had to make to actually create the nuclear reactor. We needed 3 of these, and in this case, we're going to need 6. And that's going to make us a nice full-size reactor. So let's get ourselves some of these chipsets here. We're going to need 6 of them. We're going to need some iron plates. I've already prepared a little bit for some things. I got some iron plates. I got a lot of lead coming in. In fact, what else did we need? Reactor? Just, yeah, the lead around that. Okay, cool. Perfect. We'll go ahead and request a stack of those to come in. Set this up here. Let's go ahead and make our basic machine casings. There's 6 of those, and we'll go ahead and set ourselves up, finally, with our reactor chambers. Now, the nice thing about this is going to be a lot more EU per tick for us, but I would have rather have used multiple just regular reactors and set up as we already have, because this is a pretty nice little setup. 100 EU per tick. Pretty small, pretty contained inside of here. We could just set up a few of these, but from what I heard on earlier on the server, T-Fox was finding some issues with people running more than like 4 of these reactors at a time because it's kind of CPU intensive on the server, so he asked everyone would only run like maybe 1 or 2 of the little reactors here, so we're going to have to make use of our 1 reactor, maybe 2. We might set up another one at some point later. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get all this stuff picked up. We'll go ahead and don our suit for protecting ourselves from radiation from picking up these fuel rods here. We're actually going to go ahead and dump those inside of here for the time being, so we don't have to worry about them. I also want to say we might want to be careful picking this up. I'm pretty sure just like all Industrial Craft 2 machines, we don't want to drown. And we want to make sure we probably pick it up with an actual wrench, because otherwise I'm pretty sure it's just going to break like everything else. All right, so we got this guy set up now. Ideally, we would want to place down a reactor chamber, but the problem here is well, you can't place them down unless there's a nuclear reactor adjacent to it. So we'll have to place a block down, we'll have to place down our nuclear reactor, and then we can place our reactor chamber onto the nuclear reactor. So that's the plan here. Let's go ahead and actually don this again, because we're going to need to get this guy some power. Not enough for lossless. You would. Oh my gosh. And the thing is up there. Well, actually we can just charge it right on up. Whoops. Kind of didn't even think about that. All right, so there we go, lossless. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing inside of here. Now, whether or not we actually need this water anymore for the setup that I'm going to be going for is a different story. We probably actually won't need this water in here, so I might wind up removing it. Just to make it a little bit easier access and everything. But for now, we should be all right. So now we can place this down on the bottom. We can actually place this on the side. And we want one here. Actually, I might leave the water in here just because that actually looks kind of cool. We could we could move the door up and have it set up here. So it's like partially inside the water. I think that might actually be really cool. So there we go. We got it all on 6 sides. And if we right click, we see now all spaces are currently open. So now we have ourselves a full nuclear reactor we can start messing around with and get even more power out of. Now, I have a actual example already open on my other screen on how I want to set this up. Now, if you guys want to look up some other reactor designs, I suggest checking out Google or some other method of that nature. Maybe just doing some research online. You could be able to find yourselves probably plenty of reactor designs. The one I'm going for is it's supposed to be a high efficiency, it's high cost, high power reactor, which I am completely okay with because we have a plentiful amount of uranium. We got a decent supply of other resources coming in, so I want to get the most out of it while also depleting uranium as fast as I can. So that's the plan. What I'm going to be doing next is a little bit of crafting. I'm going to go ahead and start crafting up some more of these overclocked heat vents, that being a actual chisel before, but this, we're going to be making some more of these overclocked heat vents. We're going to be needing a lot of gold plates. We're going to need some of these, holy. We're going to be needing a lot of stuff. So I'm going to be making a ton of electric motors, lots of iron usage, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure we got 4 here. We got a few in our bag. Yeah, we only got like 7, so we got a lot of work to do. I'm going to get crafting. We'll craft the fuel rods when we get back, and I'll see you guys back here in just a second, hopefully, with an inventory of something I'm able to use. We'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, we are back. Currently, I'm in the process of making, actually, just finished. Good timing. Just finished making our empty fuel rods that we need, and I managed to finally get all of the enriched uranium nuclear fuel that we need. So we're going to be making quad uranium fuel rods, and for that, it's going to require 4 pieces of enriched nuclear fuel per set of 4. So, wait, did I say that right? My head's killing me, guys. I hope I said that right. I don't know. So what we're going to be needing 28 of these. Let me just go ahead and say that. So I'm going to request 30. Thank you. So I made up 28 of the enriched nuclear fuel because we need 4 per, so you guys can kind of do the math. 4 divided by 28 is 7. So we're going to be using 7 quad fuel rods here. We're going to go ahead and toss these into our canning machine. Let's grab ourselves a little bit of speed to make this process a little bit faster for us. It took me a lot of power to get through all of this enriched, well, through this thermal centrifuge. This thing takes up a lot of power, it seems, and it took a lot to go through, like a little over a stack of the crushed uranium ore. Yeah, that was insane. So I'm going to have to get something going over here a little bit better than this. This seems to be doing just fine currently. This currently wasn't actually there or before. That was actually from our nuclear reactor, which I've decided to hook up myself directly with no MFE or anything. So we got ourselves our fuel rods currently, and we're gonna make our way back over here. Actually, no, we need to go back over here. What am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. My brain. Slow down, guy. So to make ourselves our quad fuel rods, we're just gonna be needing our iron plates and copper plates. So I actually did manage to make those up already. So let's grab ourselves our plates. We're going to grab ourselves a stack of these, and however many of those we actually can get our hands on. Probably want to go ahead and sort these uranium out. Oh, good lord. So much uranium. I don't even know what to do. There's so much uranium. All right, so this goes in there. That goes in there. Going to need another containment box or something. For now, we could just go ahead and place this into our system. It'll automatically sort it into our IC2 chest, and we won't have to worry about it no more. Now, this we don't have to worry about. This is not, like, problematic for us. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. We need iron plates, I believe, like this. Copper plates like that. And our fuel rods like so. And with that, we should have 7 quad fuel rods. Oh, this is gonna be cool. Can't wait to set this up. This little method is going to set us up with a good amount of EU. All right, let's take a look. So, I've already got ourselves clocked. Got ourselves clocked? Well, overclocked, and crafted a whole ton of overclocked heat vents. This is the pattern that I will be going with, and we're going to place our quad fuel rods here, there, let's see, here, and there. All of this is going to be set up just like so, and allow us to create 420 EU per tick without having to touch it, ever. And these things basically are going to wear down, and as they wear down, you know, everything else is going to be fine. The uranium is just going to die off eventually. Now, we're going to monitor this, and how are we going to monitor it? Well, we'll take a look here in just a second. Let's actually go ahead and don our armor again. Bloop. Get that off. There we go. Now we're happy again. All right, we got that up there. Let's come up here through the top. We won't be needing that anymore, so we got all of this. We want to actually hook this up directly. So we're going to be needing a few more things here. Let's go grab those. We're going to be needing a few more HV connectors and some steel wiring. See, I believe we are in here. Ah, yes. HV wire coil. We're going to be needing... Do I not have any more connectors? Okay, that's fine. No worries. Just going to steal these. Didn't need these anyway. All right, so we got our MFE sitting up there. Let's go back over to our nuclear reactor and actually turn it on. I want to see how much power and juice we can pull out of this puppy. This should be good. All right, so we want to set this up like right in here. Is that right? Perfect. I think that's exactly what I wanted to do. In fact, I might need a relay, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a relay, to be honest. Let's go grab the relay. Oops. I was a little preemptively shut off there. All right, relay. Now that I think about it. All right, back to you. And we'll replace this guy with a relay because we can't put more than two connections on a single actual connector there. So we need this guy to this guy, and then this guy over here. So now we're hooked up, but we're still not on. We need to supply it with a redstone signal. I usually keep myself a lever in here, and it seems that I have not. Wow. I'm not missing one, am I? Pretty sure I'm not. That's just wonderful. That's just great. I don't know why it's so jittery here. Every time I come through this area, I'm not really sure as to what is causing that. I do know the server's kind of a little jittery today too, so that's not helping very much, but it is okay. Still playable, and everything is gonna be awesome, because everything is awesome. Especially once we hook this guy up. Check this. Oh, that does not go there. Check this out, guys. It's on. Look at this. Output 420 EU per tick. We're inside a little bit of water, so things are going to stay a little bit cooler than normal, but it usually never goes higher than 1%. In fact, I don't even know if I've ever seen it hit 1% often at all. So these guys are going to take a while to burn through, and once they do, we'll get a lot more of our depleted uranium, which is going to give us this, our tiny piles of plutonium. So now that all that's going through, we should be able to see this guy amping through all his stuff. In fact, wow, that thing is going, wow, that's actually doing really well. Perfect. I was actually thinking I might need a system to limit how much power was going to each machine and all of that stuff, but this is just gonna work just fine. I'm gonna let it run, do its stuff. All of these recyclers are going fully powered. Wonderful. This guy seems to be going fast enough for me. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now, we want to be able to monitor this. I don't want to have to always come over here and take a look and see if everything's happy and running and making sure it's doing stuff and not too hot or anything. So for that, what we're going to be going into is a little bit of, nuclear control. One of my favorite mods with Industrial Craft. Reason for this is because it has these cool little machines or these blocks right here called the Advanced Information Panel. There's also the regular hold on, where's it at? This one, Industrial Information Panel, and then there's the Advanced Information Panel. I like this one just because I like the black color and stuff. It might be a little bit more difficult for us to actually make, but it's going to be well worth it in the end. So we're going to keep this guy running. This is just something we don't even have to worry about anymore. We just let this thing run. It does its stuff, and it seems like it's continuously getting scrap. And actually, in all fairness, we could probably pop in yet another overclocker upgrade in each of these. I do have them made up, but I'm just going to let it run. I think it's doing just fine as it is currently. And I don't care if I'm wasting power or not with the scrap boxes not being in there at the moment, because that's pretty much what all I want this for. I just want this for powering this mass fabricator right here. This is the whole purpose. That's all I care about, because this is what's going to be leading us to even more power in the near future. I'm going to let it run, do its stuff, and eventually we'll get ourselves our depleted uranium. So after I quit repeating myself constantly, let's go ahead and start working on... Whoa, Fred! What is on your nose, bro? The heck is that? Fred, I think you got a deformation on your nose. You need to go get that checked out, my friend. Fred just wanted a hug. Apparently, Fred spawned somewhere in here. I don't quite know where. Fred, all I have to say is good job, my friend. Whoa! Holy cow. There's a party out here. Jeez, Fred, get out of my ship. I don't care if you're mighty. You're not mighty enough for me. Sorry, Fred. I didn't mean that in a mean way. But you did give us some treasure. I will take all of the treasures you give us. And a pearl and some gold coins. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so Advanced Information Panel, back to it again. Now, there's some other cool little gadgets that we can actually make from nuclear control, like the thermal monitor. So if you do want to set up like a nuclear reactor that's going to wind up, probably getting pretty hot, you can basically have it turn off and have this little system right here make it turn off once it gets to a certain temperature, so that way it doesn't go boom. It's always nice. Plus the alarms, which sound really, really cool, alerting you if something's drastically about to happen, something horrible or something fun, and just to annoy someone. That's a good possibility there as well. The thermal remote monitor's pretty cool. I've also been working with a range trigger a little bit and can't quite figure out that thing too much, but it doesn't matter. We want to work with this. So we're going to be needing some stained glass. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some of these panes here. I'm going to go ahead and say 30. We'll get ourselves 30 of those going, and I think we might be able to pop those into our chisel. Well, that was worth a shot. I think we got some cactus green in here. In fact, we do. Check it out. Let's grab 10 of these guys. I think, can we just do this? Oh, man. Man, they don't ever want to make life easy for us, do they? Just fine. Don't worry. We'll do that. Instead, we'll go ahead and replace all of these and make ourselves some green stained glass. Get our 40 of those back and make some panes. There we go. Perfect. All right, that should be more than enough for what we need. Now, we're going to be needing some carbon plates, some advanced circuits. We should have plenty of circuits ready to go. Going to grab just a few of them, a handful. We're going to need some carbon plates. Sure, we'll do a handful of those. Alloys, let's just grab what we can. Then I believe we actually need the circuits. I think we're going to need these guys. Hopefully we don't need too many of the advanced circuits. Let's go ahead and grab these guys also. If I'm not mistaken, how are we going to make this thing again? I need to really set this thing up to auto-craft. Like, really is getting on my nerves at this point. Ugh, all the crafting. So much crafting. It hurts my brain. All right, you. Make us this guy. All right, so we only really need one advanced information panel. To make this screen a little bit bigger, we're gonna want the extenders. So the nice thing about this is this little fella right here does not look like he actually requires anything else but the carbon plates. Phew, so that's all we need on our circuit there. Perfect. Now we need the range upgrade, so this is gonna be some 10K coolant cells, which I do believe we have some coolant in here. Cell. Oh, there we go. Coolant cells. See, a little bit of an issue here. Hopefully the other one doesn't need it as well, because that would, in fact, be a little bit of a problem. All right, let's see. Do you need it? Oh, thank the Lord. It does not need it. Oh, that is a lifesaver. So the range upgrade here, frequency transmitter, insulated copper cable. So we're going to need a few pieces of cable. And I believe we're also going to be needing another lever. So we'll grab this guy here, a piece of cobblestone, craft this in our actual inventory properly. My brain does not actually want to work. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, darn it. See? I told you guys it don't want to work. Frequency? Remote? How do we make remote? Oh, it was a circuit. Why did I think of a lever? I don't know. There's always a switch somewhere. All right, so we got... I apologize, guys. I apologize greatly. Hope you guys don't mind at all. Hopefully not. All right, so we got this. We got that. We got our range upgrade. Now, you can actually use these inside of our monitor, but I don't think we're going to quite need that. And I think for the other one, the color upgrade, I think we can use pretty much any color we want. Aw, no, tell me we don't have to use different colors. We have to use different colors. Oh, we do have to have one of each. Oh, no, that's boring. All right, guys, I'm going to get one of each of the dye real quick, and I'll be back in just a minute because that's just kind of vanilla stuff, and I have to sort through all my stuff and make sure I have all of the colors. And like I said, I'll be back in just a minute after I get all the colors necessary. Alright guys, we're back finally. In fact, the color upgrade actually required each little bit of the dye to be in the appropriate slot because, well, shaped IC2 crafting. So unfortunately, yeah, that took a few minutes to craft all the dye. And went ahead and put it away because it was clogging up my stuff and I don't want that. So, with that being done, let us take our basic machine casings, and we need to craft ourselves a regular industrial information panel. So yeah, I am kind of skipping a little step here, which is kind of all right with me. We're going to need some more ink sacks. Let's grab 2 of those. We're going to need a piece of redstone as well. So bloop, bloop, you. And I believe our carbon plates on the side, some green stained glass on the top, and I was probably wrong somewhere. Yep. Good thing we don't need those, because I do need those for something else, and yet you are still not wanting to work. Why are you not working? Green, lime, stained, lime, 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 lime. They're all saying lime. I don't... Crud! They looked green enough to me. That's all I'm gonna say. Seriously, they looked green enough to me. Fine. All right, let's just do this. I got some here and here. Let's make some lime. Put you back and away. I'm gonna make some lime glass. Where's all my glass? There's that. Let's come back over this way so we don't mess up our current crafting process. This should be enough to last us for a little while, hopefully. There we go. Lime glass, you picky thing, you. There we go, the industrial information panel. Phew. All right, so this guy goes in the center. This, that. We're gonna need our lime stained glass again, I'm quite sure, and 2 carbon plates. This will get us our advanced industrial information panel. The reason why I want this one is because, well, it looks cooler. That is the only reason. That is the absolute only reason I want this one. And for it, we're going to grab ourselves a panel extender. Might only go with one for now, just because this is going to require some planks and redstone. So let's get ourselves a little bit of redstone. We'll grab 10 pieces of that. Let's grab ourselves some planks. Sure. Sure, we'll just do 2. That's completely all right. 2 of these guys, information panel extender. So we got these, and what do we need for this? So we need carbon plates. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some more carbon plates up. So that's the whole deal there. We're gonna put those guys there, there, and there. So it's perfectly okay. We have just enough to make 2 of these guys. Now we're not done yet, because there's more. To actually read from our nuclear reactor, we're gonna wanna make ourselves a sensor kit. There's a couple different sensor kits available because we want a location card. So this little guy right here is gonna help us out in setting that up. Frequency transmitter, all right. Hopefully I remember how to make this one, which I believe, wait, what? We need copper cables, don't we? I think I remembered how to make this one, right? Haha, I did. I kind of made my brain work a little bit. All right, so we got this guy. We need a digital thermometer. This is gonna be a pain in the booty. I can tell already. Can I not just make a sensor card? Okay, I guess not. Man, that stinks. Really wish we could. It'd make our lives so much easier. All right, so we're gonna need a piece of rubber. We're gonna need some iron plates. We need a thermometer. This is gonna be the pain in the butt. Actually, no, the big pain in the butt's gonna be making this thing, the small power unit, which I don't think we have any. Yeah, no, we don't, in fact. All right, let's go ahead and make that a quick little craft process, real quick, and a small power unit. Did you like that transition? I hope you guys did. All right, so we got this little fella here. We need a cell for this thermometer. I don't think I made one of these guys. An empty cell, huh? Okay, do I have any cells? I want to say I do. Yeah, these little things right here. Sure, I'll take one of those. And if I go upstairs here, we should be able to quickly, easily get ourselves a water cell. That was pretty not hard at all. There we go. This combined with our iron plates, and I want to say, what else do we need? Iron plates go there, and then glass is everywhere else? It's just regular glass, right? Please tell me that's just regular glass. I don't want to have to craft any special type of glass. Now! What is thickened glass? Oh, we need white stained glass? Are you kidding me? Urgh. Urgh. Why do you have to be so picky? Glass is glass. Regardless of what color it is, you can still see through it. I don't know, but it's okay. I'm okay. There we go. All right, white stained glass. We're good. We're fine. I don't need all the stained glass for later, but okay, now seriously, what am I doing? Oh, because I missed a... I complain for no reason sometimes. I seriously do. Where's my thermometer at? Oh, I gotta put that thing in there. There we go. So we got our thermometer. All of this hassle all of my brain's not working. And we need ourselves another piece of rubber. Let's grab that little guy. Come on. Place him there. We're going to need 4 iron plates. This is going to be cool. And eventually what we're going to be doing is setting ourselves up a control room. And for that, I'm going to have to do a little bit more building. But once everything's all said and done, we'll have a nice screen to add in there, at least one of them, so that way we can kind of see how our airship is doing, every little bit and part of it. And we're going to need you and our digital thermometer. And I think I might have put that in the wrong spot. There we go, remote. What? Remote sensor kit, there we are, finally. Phew. Okay, so what do we do with this guy? We got this set up. Once we set up our actual, room and everything for it, whoa, man, look at that, 100. Ooh, this is awesome. Things are working amazing here. I didn't know it was going to be working that good. I'm actually quite proud of this. All right, so once we actually get everything up and running, so we can see our core temperature still at 0, which is good. So things probably not going to explode, hopefully. We're at 420 EU per tick. All we got to do is take our remote sensor kit, right-click onto our reactor chamber, or our reactor there, nuclear reactor, and we have our sensor card now. All we have to do is find a nice place to set up our monitor, and for now I'm gonna set it up right here just because I don't have our actual room set up at the moment. So we're gonna do this and this, and they all connect. You don't have to have 3. You can have 1. You don't need 3. You can set everything up on this single one just by right-clicking on it. But do remember where you place your advanced information panel, because the extenders you will not be able to access. So we're going to take our reactor card here, and I want to say we're probably a little too far away. Let's hit the power button, out of range. Yeah, we're going to need to make ourselves a range upgrade. So we're going to need some more coolant cells, unfortunately. How much of a pain was it to make the coolant again? Because I am completely out. I think what I'm going to do, just for sake of time today, guys, because I am running a little low on time, let's just set this up right here. We should be able to access it from here, right? Oops, let's not type in there. Turn this on. Still out of range, huh? Alright. Well, for now, let's just set this up down here by the actual reactor itself so we don't have to, say for instance, go inside of our reactor. We're going to put this guy right here, right next to him. You should work now, right? So we got to hit this little guy right here. This is the power button. It turns it on and off. Really? You're out of range? How are you out of range? Reactor sensor card. How far do you need to be? Really? Really? I could have swore this thing actually had a better range than that. Alright. Tell me now if this is close enough for you. Oh, quit typing EE. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to be making a range upgrade soon enough, if not a couple of them, so that way we can access this all the way back there. These things are amazing though. So we got our power button right there, as we saw. We place our sensor cards in here like that. We can actually hold multiples, and we can access them just like that. I believe that's what the advanced part of this is that we can actually hold multiple of these sensor cards in here. So yes, I can keep typing in there, and I don't want to. What we can do is say this is reactor 1 if we wanted to, and it'll put that on the top. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and right click on this guy again so we can see we can toggle on and off certain things. I'm going to go ahead and say heat level. Heat level is 0. I want on and off status. Reactors on. So you can see how big the words are. Pretty crazy. outputting 420 EU per tick, and time to cycle end, which is what I really like. This tells us whether or not we have any uranium in here or how long it's pretty much going to last for. So we got another 2 hours and 33 minutes until this all wears down. All of these uranium rods that we placed in there today, yeah, it's got a little while. Now, there's some other little modifications we can make. We can make, say, for instance, like this guy. You can see it kind of changes its formatting a little bit. We can also click on, I believe it is this one, to change our colors. Yes. So I'm going to change the screen color to match kind of like everything maybe over this way a little bit better. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, let's see the brown and white. Very easily readable. Yeah. Like it. And then I believe this guy allows us to make it flat if we want to. If you don't like the blockiness of it, you can make it flat just by clicking on that and scaling it all the way down. Another cool thing is we can actually make this go a specific angle. So if we actually give this guy some more shape, check it out. Look at that. We can actually give it an angle as well, which is really, really cool. I like that. But I kind of like the flat panel myself, so I'm going to leave it as is, and we can extend this even more. We can actually make this a 2x2. We can go out one more if we wanted to. As you can see, it does that. Pretty neat stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and call it here for today, guys. I think that's good enough. I'm going to let this run. We're going to be doing some more work with this soon enough, and I'm going to get some building done probably eventually soon. Hopefully. I just got to get over all my illnesses. But we'll be back next episode. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any info, tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. If you guys would rate the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.